Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to City Championship Wrestling. I am the real Paul Jones, and folks, as you can see, without the ring behind me tonight, things are going to be a little different this week. During last week's broadcast, tensions rose between Andre Kabashi and Freedom Ramsey to a point that things spilled out into the parking lot after the show. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that right now. As you can see, after the last week's event, we were out in the parking lot conducting an interview with two of our rookies, Ryan Sins and Jason DeMilo. And during that interview, our cameraman Jim noticed a confrontation out in the parking lot. Now, a lot of wrestlers and officials were luckily headed to their vehicles, came over, where we were discovered that it was Andre Kabashi's New Albania attacking Freedom Ramsey, slamming his head and his back in his own trunk. Now, luckily, we were all able to get them away from him and split up this fight before Freedom could be seriously injured. Now, folks, because of the events that we just watched, City Championship Wrestling Management levied fines and suspensions to let everyone in the locker room know that they will not tolerate activities of this nature in CCW. Now, on top of that, I don't feel that safe after last week's events, so I went to City Championship Wrestling Management and I asked them to get some security for this week's show. And they said that they came through for me, so we're going to see who they got now.
Johnny Kool! Johnny Kool! You're not Johnny Kool! What is this? CCW! Who are you?
I'm Paul Jones.
That's right. I met you last month at Lance Cruz High School, Harrison Township. Remember, I was there.
I do.
Just whipping just in time, just running them all over the ring, just power bombing that fool. You were in there. You saw it.
I remember
seeing it. Tell everybody how good I was.
Yeah, folks, Paul Bowser might be the best wrestler in City Championship Wrestling.
Don't patronize me. I am the best wrestler here at City Championship Wrestling. But we're not here for that. City Championship Wrestling said, hey, Paul Bowser, we know you haven't been here wrestling because we haven't scheduled you to wrestle here. What's that all about? Not important. They said, hey, Paul Bowser, come here. I said, oh, cool, I'm going to wrestle. I get to wrestle. I get to wrestle. I can't wait. I love wrestling. I can't wait to wrestle. They said, no, 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 no. Come here. Come here. We need your help. We need you to protect this little pipsqueak named Paul Jones. We need to protect this little jerk, this little nerd. And I said, oh, okay, that's all right. I could do that. $500 right there. And they said, you know what, Paul? You got it. You got it. You got $500 right there. Cold hard cash. We just need you to protect this little nerd, Paul Jones. And I said, you know what, City Championship Wrestling? Said, I could do that. I could do that for you. I could protect this little pipsqueak, this little nerd, this little geek. What you got to say about that?
Well, I'm happy to hear that management values me so much. Oh, sounds like a little more than you do, Paul.
Well, okay, let's not get things twisted. Those weren't management's words. Those were my words. I was paraphrasing what they said. And what they said was, hey, we have this little dweeb named Paul Jones who needs some help, some protection. And I said, you know what? I haven't wrestled in a month. Talking to you. I haven't wrestled in a month. You know who you are. So I said, you know what? Yeah, I could use the money. I could use the cash. I'll come down here and protect this little jerk. And then you're going to come in here talking about, oh, I know who you are. Oh, you're going to protect me. Yeah, I am going to protect you only because I was paid to do so, not because I like you.
Well, fair enough. At least you're here, Paul. And while you're here, maybe you can do some commentary with me. We were just about to take a look at a pivotal match that led to the altercation last week.
Oh, yeah? What match are we watching?
We're going to be watching the match between Ajay Andaz and Freedom Ramsey from our event at Lance Cruz High School.
Man, I don't want to watch these geeks. Can't we watch my match?
Well, we'll see if we can work it in, Paul.
If we can work it in, if we can fit it in the schedule, because we have so much time here at CCW. We ain't got no time for the cat daddy! We ain't got no time for the cat daddy! There we go. Feels good. Loosen up all that phlegm. All that phlegm. Guys, just loosen up, guys. Go ahead, give it one. Go ahead. I'll do it for you. Can't get it! That's all you got to do. You just got to say that. Yeah, that's it. Just a can't get it. That's what match are we watching? Wasting my time. I got stuff to do. Apparently not wrestle, CCW.
Well, let's go ahead and get to that match then.
Let's do it.
Here we are at the legendary L'Anse Creuse High School, and just a refresher, this match was originally supposed to be Freedom Ramsey and Andre Kabashi, but earlier that same evening, Andre Kabashi announced that he had a doctor's note and was not cleared to wrestle. So he had found a replacement in Ajay Andas.
Well, was it an official doctor's note? It had the stamp of approval on it, Paul?
I didn't inspect it. I assume that our medical staff did and concurred with his doctor's note.
What kind of journalist are you? If I was a journalist, I would have done some investigative reporting. I would have figured out if that doctor's note was, in fact, legit. It seems like a ploy to me. It seems like a very smart move. Look at this man, this big man. Who is this? Ajay Andas?
Ajay Andas from the Indian subcontinent.
What subcontinent of what? New Albania? I didn't even know they were that close.
I didn't either, Paul. I've been learning about this old Albania and New Albania myself, but Andre Kabashi assured us that Ajay Andas was the toughest, the baddest man that he could find to come deal with Freedom Ramsey in his stead.
It looks like it. Look at this. He's putting the hurt on Freedom. I stepped in the ring with Freedom at that center line Independence Cup tournament, and I lost in the fight. Well, I didn't really lose. I got cheated out. This isn't about me, all right? Let's just look at this big man, Ajay Andas. Look at him. Just squeezing that head like a little grape. He's going to pop it off. Look at it. Pop it off. Like pop. Oh, look at him cheating. He yanked the hair. Did you see that, Jones?
I don't think I saw any hair pulling on Freedom's part. That's not something Freedom Ramsey would do, Paul.
Come on, Jones. Come on, Paul Jones. Keep your eyes open and your ears shut and watch this match. He clearly had a handful of them locks, them luscious locks of one Ajay Andas. Now he's telling these American fans to shut up. I'm a little different of that. I'm American, but you know. Oh, knee to the gut.
Big one.
Ooh, big right hand. Go ahead, Jones. Start talking.
Well, this was also the match. That right there probably was the moment that Ajay Andas insulted some of the City Championship Wrestling fans, and that was why he was supposed to be suspended for an entire month. He shouldn't have even been here when Freedom was assaulted last week.
Suspended for a month? Suspended for a month? Are you kidding me? He had his lawyer come out there. You know what? I'll tell you right here, right now. I called somebody fat. I called somebody lame. I called some American nerd. And guess what? Nobody said, hey, suspend the cat, daddy. No, what they said is they said suspend Ajay Andas. You know, I'm just saying the only difference is between I'm a better wrestler than he is. Oh, look at him just paintbrushing him. Just paintbrushing him. Oh, is the color of our skin. So, yeah, I think his lawyer did have a point of that whole discrimination suit. And I'm glad, for one, CCW allowed him back. Look at that illegal punch to the stomach. Closed fist, Jones. What do you got to say about that?
That one may have looked like a closed fist, Paul.
He's got him on the ropes.
I'm not going to lie.
You're not going to start lying now?
No, Freedom went for a big crossbody, but got caught into a backbreaker.
Broke his back. That's why. That's why he got suspended. Yeah, Freedom was lucky I kicked that. Yeah, 2. That's why he got suspended. People were scared of him. Why wouldn't you be? Look at this. Impressive specimen. Impressive.
He is. Andre Kabashi was not lying when he said that Ajay Andas was the baddest man that he could find on the Indian subcontinent. He brought him all the way here to America supposed to be doing battle with Freedom Ramsey, dancing a little bit there, getting a little cocky into that swinging neck breaker.
Don't be so xenophobic, Jones. That's part of the Indian culture. What is the subcontinent stuff? It's a continent, isn't it? Isn't it a continent? I thought it was a continent.
India is a subcontinent, Paul.
Why don't you explain to me what that is?
It's like
it's not important. Look at this backbreaker. 1, 2. Kick out.
Of course, learning isn't important to you, Paul.
What's that supposed to mean, Jones? You're just asking for it. First, you're trying to pick on Andre Kabashi last week during his public workout, and now you're trying to pick on me. You don't watch it? I'm going to be picking you up off the ground.
Speaking of Andre Kabashi, we see him there stalking Freedom Ramsey on the outside, offering his.
Look at that low blow. That's below the waist.
It was a big inverted atomic drop from Freedom. I don't think that if there was anything dirty about it, the ref certainly would have said something. And Freedom's definitely feeling the crowd's energy now. He's firing up.
You didn't see those illegal blows? What do you mean?
I did not.
Me? He's there elbowing him right in the face. He's putting the point of his elbow right in the orbital bone, trying to break out that eyeball. That's unsportsmanlike. I don't like it. You shouldn't like it. I don't know why you're advocating such behavior from somebody like Freedom, an alleged American hero. I don't think so. The only thing he is in common with a hero is he is a sandwich, like a hero.
Well, we all enjoy a good hero sandwich and, you know, the caped kind, Paul.
Oh, shut your mouth and watch the match. Don't suck up to me, Jones. Look at that now. Ajay Anda's complete control. Okay, he's got Freedom Ramsey right where he wants him. What is he going to do, Jones?
I don't know.
Doesn't it?
He's setting up for something, heading up to the middle rope.
Tell you what, they're in no man's land right here. I've been up there a few times before. That's a long fall.
I think Ajay might be looking for a big suplex off the middle rope.
You can see how far down it is from this camera angle right here. Oh, big closed fist.
Freedom gets Ajay off of him. Oh, just big move. Goes for the pin. And 3.
CCW's
and immediately Andre Kabashi coming in to attack Freedom from behind. No. After that illegal move, he is saving his ally in New Albania. He is protecting his brother, his idol, his protege. All of that. He's protecting it all in the name of New Albania. You've got to respect that type of patriotism. Well, I will give you this, Paul. All of the wrestlers that are members of New Albania, they do stick together through thick and thin. This match, Big J Abrams was banned from ringside, and yet again, Andre Kabashi found a way to get an advantage over Freedom Ramsey. And here, Andre, like as you said, Paul, we probably should have investigated this note a little better, because after Ajay Andas has already softened up Freedom Ramsey, I recall right here, Andre got in the ring and said that he actually was cleared for in-ring action, and he wanted to have a match with Freedom right then and there. That's good for him, because I've been hurt before and it sucks. I can't stand when I'm forced out of competition due to injury. And this man made such a miraculous recovery that, you know what? I got a close look at that doctor's notice. He was floating it around right there on camera. That looked pretty legit to me. There's no need for investigative discovery, research, whatever the hell here. That was a legit doctor's note. I could tell by my peepers. I've got a great set of peepers, and look I can see that he's just putting the boots to him right now. That's right. He is, and that was a big closed fist from Andre Kabashi right there, Paul. That was a big clubbing forearm and a totally legal neck breaker. That was a beautiful neck breaker. Only gets him 2. Andre Kabashi, he needs to stay focused on Freedom, and not in the way he has been. I mean, Andre hasn't been focused on Freedom. He's been obsessed with Freedom. He's been obsessed with destroying Freedom Ramsey, but not on his own. He keeps bringing in, Big J Abrams and Ajay Andas, have him soften up Freedom before he gets his hands on him. Freedom here whipping Andre into the ropes. I think you're mistaken. See right there, he just showed it with that blow right there why he is. Well, he slipped there, but that's okay. He's getting up. He's a contender. Andre Kabashi does not say die. He never gives up. He's just look at that. Yeah, exactly. You're speechless because he just countered him. Oh, Freedom Ramsey. And 3. I don't even know how he had. And see, as I just said, Big J Abrams, the belt he was out there by the time the bell rang. He wasn't supposed to be out there. He made sure he knew.
Just because he was banned from ringside during the match, as soon as that bell rang, he was allowed at ringside. And Freedom Ramsey wouldn't be running his mouth about people like Jay Abrams and Andre Kabashi. He wouldn't have to worry about New Albania sticking their nose into his business. He'd be sunshine, lollipops, rainbows. He'd be having the best life of his life. He'd be living the best life. That's what would happen. And guess what? No, because he's got to be a big mouth. He's got to run his mouth. He's got to sit there, and he's got to contend with these two. Would you want to contend with these two? Oh, look at that little punk just in time. He's lucky he's walking after what I did to him.
Justin Time is lucky that he didn't get injured the way that you treated him after your match. I recall you throwing him out of the ring.
Look at Ajay Andas coming back out. See, now making it fair. See, this Justin Time punk wants to run in and beat up these people from New Albania just because they're different, just because they're not American. That's borderline racist on his part. I can't stand. Oh, what is this? That's
the demon known as Moloch.
Ooh.
Coming to actually even things up, 3-3, I believe that is, Paul.
He's scary looking. Look at that. You know what? I'm glad that I'm semi-retired from CCW competition. Not necessarily by choice, but so one here, Moloch doesn't have to face me, so he doesn't have to step in the ring. I'll have to crush his dreams. Okay, he looks like a pretty impressive individual, wouldn't you say?
He does, but Paul, I don't know that the demon known as Moloch has dreams. He may just have nightmares, and he enjoys inflicting those nightmares on the entire locker room.
Well, I'll never know because we'll never step in the ring together. Bet that. I'll keep facing lighter, faster, smaller opponents like this just in time.
And see this little situation right here.
Man, those three punks, they don't even know what they have coming. They've signed their own, I won't say death warrant, that's a little extreme, but they've, for lack of a better term, signed their own death warrant messing with New Albania. What do you got to say about that, Jones? You saw the same match I did. Freedom was lucky by the skin of his teeth. What do you say? You got your own. Don't worry about it.
Oh, look, Bowser. I don't think that it was as one-sided as you'd like us all to believe. And again, I'd like to point out that Andre Kabashi, he just doesn't seem to want to deal with Freedom Ramsey on his own, man-to-man, one-on-one. He keeps getting all of the, these.
Well, I'm just watching out, make sure there's nobody trying to get you. You're so darn scared. I gotta come out here and protect you. I'm out there training every day to get back in the CCW ring, but guess what? No, I gotta come protect some little pipsqueak. So I'm just. You don't worry about me. You keep doing your job, telling people at home what's going on. I'll just keep looking out for you. How's that sound?
That sounds good, Bowser. I'm glad that you're here. I really am.
I'm glad I'm here, too. What are we going to say now? Yeah, about Freedom Ramsey cheating?
Freedom Ramsey cheating. Freedom Ramsey never cheats. Again, it's New Albania that typically does the cheating when they're involved. And again, when New Albania is involved, that's when situations tend to arise and things really start to fall apart here at City Championship Wrestling.
No, I fully understand that, but what Freedom Ramsey needs to understand is, just like I understood what you just said, Freedom Ramsey needs to understand that, you need to watch your back, Freedom. Not for me, not from chumps like this. The only reason I worry about people like this is if they bother you. But New Albania, they're all in you right now. Okay? They put you in that trunk. They slammed you in that trunk. You got to watch out. Watch your back. Where were your friends at? Huh? Huh, Jones? Where was We saw them there. Where were they at in the parking lot?
That is a good point, Bowser. Well, I can tell you where they're going to be in the near future. In the near future, they're going to be in a 6-man tag match with Freedom Ramsey against all 3 members of New Albania. And there's going to be some major implications in that match.
And you just got all the inside scoops, don't you? You just know 6-man tags going on, all the action happened. We'll find out next week if everybody can calm the hell down there at City Championship Wrestling. Maybe we'll get back to some kind of semblance of order, and we'll have some matches here, okay? And I don't have to climb out of my recliner to come here and babysit you.
Well, I know all the City Championship Wrestling fans at home and normally here would definitely agree with you, Bowser. They want us to get back to in-ring action. They want everybody to keep the violence in the squared circle and not in the locker room, not in the parking lot, not anywhere other than where it belongs.
Where does it belong?
In the squared circle,
That's
Bowser.
right, in the ring.
Speaking of squared circle, folks, we're going to go to our next match for this evening. Now, to fill you in, this was Big J Abrams at Lance Cruz High School. Andre Kabashi had guaranteed us all that he had gone out and scouted the most dangerous opponent he could find for Big J Abrams. He's supposed to be even more dangerous than Jay himself. It turned out to be the wrestler known as Drzejko, and while I won't take anything away from him, he is one heck of a wrestler. He's easily half Jay Abrams' weight, Paul. That's just...
He's half Jay Abrams' foot. I don't know what Andre Kabashi's over there smoking, but I'll tell you what, this guy is nowhere near the size of Jay Abrams. He said he's got the most wildest, craziest wrestler from all over the world. He's huge. He's out of his mind. He's insane. And all of a sudden he presents Drzejko. You know, someone got to think. Maybe he did that on purpose.
It's very likely. I will say, Drzejko probably is insane for accepting this match with Jay Abrams. I mean, Jay's just been throwing him turnbuckle to turnbuckle, giving him big knees. Oh, a giant forearm.
You know, to be fair, we don't know how crazy he really is because he might have been fed a bunch of lies just like we were. He told everybody that this guy was actually bigger than Jay Abrams. Okay?
That's true.
He's not quite, okay? Not maybe about half the size you said, maybe, right? Exactly. So how do you know that Andre Kabashi wasn't saying something to the effect of, hey, Mike, come on here, we got some free marshmallows for you. He might not even know he had a wrestling match.
That is a very good point.
Thank you, I know. I made it myself.
I know.
Vicious chop. He just... you could hear his heart touch the back of his spine on that one.
Drzejko down to one knee in the corner. Jay, what's he doing? Setting him up. Suplex, maybe? Oh, God, he's got Drzejko up and holding him. Oh!
And you know, I don't know if you know, Pipsqueak, because you've probably never been in a fight, but when you do that, you cause your... Oh, 1, 2. I can't believe you kicked out of that. That causes the blood to rush to your opponent's head before you slam them. Just disorientating them all types of ways. 7 ways from Sunday. All right?
You learn something new every day.
That's right. Maybe if you were man enough, you can get in the ring. And then you learn it yourself. But no, you got to get a wrestler out here to teach you. That's okay. Oh, club and blow from Drzejko. Are you going to say something?
Yeah.
Sit there, mouth open, catching flies.
Drzejko firing up. Trying to, went for a big knee in the corner, but just ate the turnbuckle.
Yeah, Big Jay Abrams pointing to his head like he's smart, and there's no arguing that after that. Oh!
And whipping Drzejko into the turnbuckle yet again, down in that 3-point stance.
You just see him bend and contort backwards over the rope. A human body can bend. It's just.
Oh no! Devastating choke slam and 1, 2, 3. Jay Abrams not even going down for the pin, just putting his foot on the man. Drzejko.
As my homie would say, my homie Ja Rule would say, murder.
That is accurate, Bowser. And Andre Kabashi, of course, quick to get into the ring and soak up some of the glory that Big J Abrams claimed for New Albania.
Look at that impressive specimen. He's just massive.
Jay Abrams is, except for you, Bowser.
Except for me, what?
Well, Jay Abrams, except for you, he's got to be the most dangerous man in City Championship Wrestling.
Well, besides me, don't break your arm patting me on the back, Jones, all right? This isn't about me. I'm here to protect you. I'm keeping my eye out for all them dangerous wrestlers to be scaring you. New Albania, Andre Kabashi, Ajay Andas, Jay Abrams, they'll be scaring you in your nightmares. That's all right. Don't worry. I'm here to protect you for now.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're here, Bowser, and I'm glad that you're here to protect me.
They got me out here dressing up in this suit. I said, you're going to be kind of doing a little security commentary work. Okay. What are we doing? Commentating a couple matches?
That's right.
What are we watching next?
We've got one more left, folks.
Yeah, who are we watching? Watching Movado?
Yeah, that's
Movado,
right.
yeah?
The mysterious Movado.
Mysterious Movado versus Felix.
That's
Here we
right.
go. Go ahead, roll it, roll it.
And here we see Movado. He's just really getting the crowd going. I'll tell you what, Bowser. From my perspective, this is one of the high points of the evening. The fans absolutely loved Movado.
Hey, Movado got to watch out for this. You're talking about Jay Abrams being a specimen. Look at Felix over here. Look at Felix. Look at that specimen. Movado better watch out.
That is a specimen of a man.
What is that, little jet skis he's got on his gear? Oh, look at Movado. He's just having fun, wiggling his hips at Felix. Felix doesn't know what to make of Movado.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't.
He doesn't know what to do. He's saying, hey, alien, are we going to wrestle? And Movado says...
That's about right. I mean, Movado might be entertaining, but sometimes it's hard to keep track of what he's actually saying.
That's okay. He's got a whole...
And big inverted atomic drop by Movado, and right back to swinging the hips as Felix is holding his hips. And big atomic drop.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Shut up, Jones. I'm commentating this match now. Big splash. I said, shut up, Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, in the corner. He's hitting him. He's hitting him.
Chop after chop.
Just caving in his chest. Big uppercut. Felix, I don't know if Dream Street would be appropriate here for young Felix.
Big basement drop kick.
Right in the face. He's just going to squish him like a bug.
Gets 2 out of it.
Felix is wily. Look at Felix. He's wily.
He is. It's gonna take a lot to put Felix down for good.
I mean, he ducked under that side. Oh, big double axe handle to the base of the spine there.
Movado feeling it, and Felix mocking him a little bit there, grabbing his own back.
Felix needs to capitalize and get on the big luchador here, because if not, he's gonna be in a world. Oh, he's just choking him
In the ropes, and Felix does need to stay focused. The mysterious Movado is a dangerous man if you let him recover even a little bit. Felix might be a little too distracted by the crowd. Another big double axe handle.
He's hitting him with forearm smash, double axe handle. He needs to be going for a pin here. He's just hot dogging for the crowd way too much. Movado is recovering.
Too much.
Way too much. He needs to get on. You know, it's one thing to be a showman, especially in pro wrestling, but when you just oh yeah, look at Movado just lighting him up. Big chop, knife edge chops, big punches, big right hands. He's just teeing off on Felix.
He's got Felix in the corner. Oh, Felix fighting back with the big forearms. Movado's down. And yet again, Felix just not showing the urgency he's going to need to show to stick with Movado.
And Felix needs to get on him now. Pin him, Felix. What are you doing? I was rooting for you earlier when I saw the little jet skis. Now he's...
what's he going?
Ooh.
Big hip attack.
Jump on his back. I don't know. Movado complaining about his lower back.
Yeah, Felix is doing damage to Movado, but he's not doing enough at once. He's not going for the pin.
He needs to capitalize on what he's doing.
Absolutely. And again, just back to, he got another hip attack in there, but he's just mocking Movado, mocking the fans.
He's going for it again. He might be going, went for the well one too many times.
Movado got the knee up. That definitely did not feel good.
Of course it didn't feel good. His gonads are rattling in his brain right now. Oh, big clothesline. Movado's on fire. Another flying clothesline.
Oh.
Ducks the wild right hand. Comes back with a series of lefts.
I think that's a flurry of lefts and winding up for a big right. No. Spinning back kick.
Looked a little low to me.
I don't think so,
Push
Bowser.
Him down 1, 2, kick out.
I'm a little worried about your eyesight.
don't know. Felix needs to roll out of the ring or get away from him now. He's in trouble.
Felix at least showing the presence to get off his back.
Ooh, chin buster. Chin buster. Felix in there with the chin buster.
And Felix, big splash. Did you see how much air he got on that one, Bowser?
Felix tore out of there like a bat out of hell.
Oh, no, went for it again, but ate the turnbuckle.
Oh, yeah, dropped to a hold. Here we go with the Mahi Straw Cradle.
One, two, three.
Oh, that's it. He wrapped him up. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
That is it. Movado gets the win.
Mysterious Movado, victorious.
And back to dancing. Back to entertaining the fans. The fans love Movado.
He's just having a good time there with the fans of Lance Cruz High School.
Getting a little flex in.
The fans love Movado.
They do.
Look at Felix.
They loved Movado almost as they loved you, Paul.
Don't patronize me, Jones. Don't patronize me.
I'm just saying you could do no wrong that night, and trust me, you tried. Folks, what an amazing match that was.
Amazing match.
If you weren't there with us live, you need to make sure that you keep your eyes and your ears open to find out when you can catch us live next. Speaking of live, I promise that next week we will be back with live action here in the City Championship Wrestling Studios. Hopefully this week we'll get everybody a chance to analyze their behavior, make sure that something like this doesn't have to happen again.
We're watching my match now?
No, Paul. We don't have time.
What do you mean we don't have time? How do we not have time?
Well, management gives us a time limit.
It's a web show. There's no time limit. It's the internet.
I know. I've tried to tell them, but they really want to stick to a time limit for now. But I'll tell you what. Maybe next week.
We'll watch our match next week? Watch my match?
I'll do you one better.
What's that?
We'll get you a match next week.
You give me a match next week?
We'll get you a match next week.
Who are we wrestling?
You can wrestle whoever you want. We just got to talk to management about it. We'll get it. We'll make it happen.
I've been trying to talk to management about it.
But you haven't talked
to... You know who you are. You know who you are. They don't want to answer my calls. They don't want to return my voicemails. Apparently, you got all the answers over here. You got the golden tie, the little fancy vest. I got this cheap little suit. They said, here, Paul, throw on this suit. Go out there, camera. Protect this little geek. I said, okay, you pay me my cash. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm sure that management appreciates you helping us out this week. I bet I can turn that into a match for you next week. You did them a favor. They'll do you a favor.
Man, it sounds like you know an awful lot about what the hell's going on around here.
Well, I am the real Paul Jones for a reason.
Well, hurry up and sign off so we can get out of here so I can go do whatever it is I want to do. Go do more Cat Daddy stuff. Then you go do Paul Jones stuff, whatever it is that you do.
Well, folks, as Paul Bowser pointed out, it is about that time for us to sign out for this week. You check back in with us next week. And in the meantime, Facebook, YouTube, City Championship Wrestling will keep you up to date with all the news. Have a nice week, folks.
We done yet?
Yeah, Paul, we're done.